Good news, everyone! Finally, we have an extra day ahead of us. If you didn't catch that reference, it's time to go and watch Futurama again, since it's back with a new season after a 10 years hiatus. Quick recap. We are in France, traveling on the Great Alpine Road, RG for short, from Thonon to Menton, through more than 17 high passes of the Alps and taking some detours. We spent the night near Col de la Bonette, which is just, and I'm using the word just ironically here, 2,750 meters high. Furthermore, there's a teardrop-shaped extra circular road around the peak next to it. The highest point of this extra road is at 2,802 meters, which is the highest paved road in the Alps. And I'm not going to leave the paved road with this motorcycle, that's for sure. To our regret, this extra bit of road was closed down for construction this time. Luckily for you, we have been there almost a decade ago, which is, as we have already established, doesn't count as a long time. So I can actually share some photos and, in today's standards, a very low quality video, so you don't miss out completely. This way you can try to imagine what it feels like to stand on the top of the world. Well, actually the paved top of the Alps, but let's not get lost in the details, shall we? It's a majestic view, without a doubt. Peaks scraping the sky as far as the eye can see. This is the essence of the Alps, stretching till the horizon like a sea of ice cream cones. One day I'm going to spend a few hours here during the night to experience the loneliness in the universe. That was the moment 10 years ago, when we have decided we have to come back to relive the journey at least once more. Since we were on our resting day, we were looking for some relaxed riding, sweeping bands, winding roads, and nice views. In this region, there's two gorges. Afterwards, I know we have visited them in the right order. Gorges du Cians was the first for us, a narrow gorge with an angry little river at the bottom, steep, jagged rocks in every variation of the color red and orange. The old road is closed in certain places, replaced by tunnels to be safer and faster. On foot, you can visit the remains of the old days and be amazed by the struggle between mankind and nature. I'm not sure we should be fighting, but sometimes gorgeous results arise from these battles. Finally here, we got the isolated feeling. The traffic was low, many times we were on our own, walled off from the rest of the world with the bright blue sky above us. Like I was saying, the visiting order was right on spot. The previous gorge was great, and it was a great introduction for our next item on the list, Gorges du Daluis. It just hit me. Every gorge is gorgeous, so this word makes sense. If we had come here first, it would have dwarfed the previous experience for us, I'm sure. But this way, it was all a visual crescendo, getting better and better by the kilometer. I can't imagine how the first people felt when they dug the tunnels and reached the end of the hills above the deep canyon. The depths, the colors, the views, mesmerizing. It's better to go from the south to north on this part, so you go on the edge of the hills instead of the tunnels. Just to be safe, we have repeated the main part both ways, making sure we don't miss anything. We stopped at a resting place to look over the edge of the canyon and wanted to touch the red rocks. The sun was blasting all of its heat to catch up from the last few days. It felt like we were in a stone oven. Somehow we wished to get back to the cold and windy passes above the clouds. As for the last part of the day, I was just looking for a narrow, slow road to get through the hills back to Bonette. Col du Cians and Col de l'Os just happened to be on the way, providing a perfect solution for this. These are less famous passes, there were no big groups riding it, we could be all alone for long periods of time. This was the part I really enjoyed, despite the lack of high altitude. No mental urge from my ancient lizard brain to go faster and faster, since there's no one to compare myself to. I got more and more relaxed with every corner, sinking deeper and deeper into the flow. These are the moments when I usually wish for a silent motorcycle. Don't get me wrong, I love all the different sounds that can come out of my ride when I accelerate or decelerate, the screaming of the inline 4 or the popping of the exhaust. I know it's not for everyone, but it must be like the crying of your child, which doesn't bother you after a while, but any other kid drives you crazy. But at places like this, it would be great to hear the nature around you. A bicycle won't solve anything. On that contraption, I would only hear my panting, constant wheezing and the blood pumping in my ears. So silent motorcycles, as an option, can be good. These two passes, Daluis and Bonette, are less than 20 kilometers apart as the crows fly, but they couldn't be less similar. Bonette is teeming with cars and motorcycles, thin vegetation, unkind and overall harsh landscape, but Daluis is a lush place, good to look at and peaceful. It was good just to rest there for a while, enjoy the warm afternoon in the light breeze. In the next episode, we will continue our journey on the RGA, finally reaching the sea. See you there!